Hello everyone, myself Vinodini, working as an assistant professor in Jai Shri Ram Engineering College in the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. Today we are going to see about the shallow copy and deep copy in the subject data structures. These are two important concepts used when copying the list or other objects. Next comes the what is mean by copying. Before learning about the shallow copy and deep copy, let us understand what the copying means. Copying is the process of creating another version of an existing object. Python provides two types of copying. One is shallow copy and deep copy. These methods helps us to avoid the unwanted changes to the original data while working with the copies. Next, what is meant by shallow copy? Shallow copy is created using the copy.copy function. It creates a new outer object, but the nested or inner objects are not copied. Instead, they are shared between the original object and the copied object. Because of this sharing, if we modify the nested object, the changes will be visible in both the original list and the copied list. Let us move on to the example. First, we create a nested list called the list1. Then we create a shallow copy using the copy.copy function. Next, we change the first element of the first inner list to 100. Since the inner list are shared, this modification affects both the original list and the shallow copy. That is why in the output displays 100 instead of 1. This shows that the shallow copy copies only the outer object while sharing the inner objects. Next is what is mean by deep copy. Deep copy is created using the copy.deepCopy function. Unlike the shallow copy, deep copy creates a completely independent copy of both the outer object and all the nested objects. This means that the copied object has its own separate memory. So the changes made to it will not affect the original object. Let us move on to the deep copy example. In this example, we again create the same nested list. This time we use copy.deepCopy to create the copy. Then we change the first element of the copied list to 100. Since the deep copy creates completely separate inner list, only the copied list is modified. The original list remains unchanged. So here in this output that the deep copy creates a fully independent duplicate of the original object. Next, let's compare the shallow copy and deep copy. Shallow copy uses copy.copy while the deep copy uses copy.deepCopy. In shallow copy, only the outer object and all the nested objects are shared. In deep copy, both the outer object and all the nested objects are copied. Shallow copy is faster and uses the less memory, but changes to the nested objects affect the original list. Deep copy uses more memory and it takes slightly more time, but it keeps the original data completely safe. Finally, we can conclude that both the shallow copy and deep copy are useful depending upon the situations. Use the shallow copy when you only need the new outer object and don't mind about the sharing nested objects. Use deep copy when you need the completely independent copy without affecting the original data. Thank you.